Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining me. Today we are going to take an image from our computer, bring it into Canvas, and transfer it onto our machine. We're going to take a JPG and we're going to convert it into an FCM file, which is equal to an SVG. Those are cutting files. And then we're going to take it from there and put it on the machine. And we're going to try to do this as quick as possible so that everybody understands how to do it. And I'm not going to do a printout or a project or anything. I'm just going to go straight for this, okay? So let's go straight into image tracing. And I'm going to click Choose File. And I'm going to open some clip art that I paid for from Etsy. I'm going to open a tree because they're very intricate, the trees that I have on here, and that's kind of what I need to help with one of the problems that we have. Let's see, what's a good one? This one looks like it might be good. Okay, let's click Open. And the default here is going to say Outline, and it's going to have your max number of colors. And you always want to preview it before you put it onto the page. Want to make sure that it's going to get everything. So now, because it says outline, it's only doing the outline. It's not getting the inside stuff. So let's go ahead and click color. This might be a reason why people get frustrated, and I don't understand why they work this way. This doesn't make sense to me, but I've tinkered around with stuff and figured it out. So choose color, but bring your colors down to 2. Click preview. Okay, and now it's cutting out all of those little itty bitty tiny pieces. Okay, so let's click OK. All right, and then we want to make it all one picture. And unfortunately, whenever it comes over from that kind of thing, it coming over as a JPG, it doesn't make it as one file. It's all of these scattered amounts. So you can click up in the side and drag across it to highlight everything, or you can just go in and click edit and it'll grab everything, but we want to group it together. Okay. And in here, we can go ahead and flip it. We can do all kinds of stuff. We can add different things, but we're just going to go straight to the download. Okay. And I'm sorry about my pointer going everywhere. I'm just excited. Okay, so let's call this project Tree Silhouette Good, because it's good. And then we click download. Now, if you're using, and you should be using Internet Explorer as far as what I can remember, it's the one that the browser that it works best on. So this is what should come up for you. If you have the ability to wirelessly transfer it, then you would use that here. But right now I've got a cord, and my cord is the one from my embroidery machine, and it plugs right into the side of my machine. And I don't know what I would do without it. So you just click right here on this download to PC, just click once, you don't have to do anything, and it's going to bring up this little bar over here. That'll disappear and a new bar will come up down here. Do you want to open or save Silhouette Tree Good from Scan and Cut? So I don't want to open it, I want to save it. Okay. It's going to run security scans, and then I want to open the folder. I think this is kind of where everybody loses what's happening with things. So, okay, it's downloaded onto the computer. This gives you the option to open that folder, and it's downloaded into your downloads file. And if you want it to go somewhere else, like into a folder on your desktop or onto an external hard drive or something, you're going to need to take it and drag it into one of those spots. Okay? Now, I am going to take it and drag it onto the folder that will come up when my Scan and Cut is turned on. Okay? Okay, and it comes up over here as the removable disk. Sorry about that. It comes up on my left side as the removable disk. Take it from there and you just drag it into your removable disk. Okay? And so inside of your removable disk, you can go ahead and click on that now. it should show your FCM file. And then from there, it should show up on your computer or on your machine. If you're still having trouble and you can't get it, you're still having trouble and you can't get it to this point, let me know, okay? And if you've understood everything, everything's good for you, then you can stop watching right now. But we're going to go ahead and keep going because I want to show you what happens if you use an image that's too small. Okay, so this image was big enough that Scan and Cut Canvas was able to recognize every little detail. And now if you come across something, let's go ahead and open a new one. If you come across this instance, I'm going to show you where you bring up an image, but Scan and Cut Canvas is not recognizing all the colors, or not all the colors, but all the cut lines where you want the cutting to be. Okay, so we're going to go right back up to image tracing. I'm going to choose file, and I'm going to choose tree number 11. However, I'm going to choose one that I purposely made small that's sitting on my desktop. Okay, so let's click open, and it's going to give us a size of 2 inches by 1.69 inches. Okay, and we're still on outline. Max number of colors is 5. If you click preview, it's going to do all kinds of weird cuts in there, right? So we'll do this. We'll click color again, remove background, and bring the max number colors down to 2. And we click preview. And like in the last one, it cut out all the detail, but in this one, it's not. We're going to click OK anyways, just so you can see how it comes up. Okay, so that's not the tree you wanted, and that's frustrating, especially whenever it's a project you're trying to get done fast and you're like, ah, I got you. Okay, so if that's the case, you're going to want to open up some kind of photo editing software, and you're going to go and you want to open your project in it. I use Paint that's on Microsoft computers for free. So I'm going to open up tree number 112525. Click open. It's very small. What I would like to do is resize it. And I want to resize it by 300%. Okay. It's not the most clearest image. So it's always better to work from a big image and resize it smaller than it is to try to take a small image and resize it, make it bigger. But it's doable. All right, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to file, save as. I'm going to save it as a PNG so it doesn't have to worry about the white in the background. Okay, and then I'm going to click, I'm going to give it another, because I made it bigger, I'm going to put 300 on there. Click save. All transparency, yes, that's what happens with PNGs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back into Scan and Cut Canvas. I'm going to click on the image tracing. I'm going to make sure this says color and the max number of colors is 2. I'm going to choose the file. Then I'm going to look for this one that says 300. I'm going to click open, preview. And it's probably still not going to be perfect because, like I said, it's better to go from a big image to a smaller image, but look how much more detailed that is. Okay, so let's click OK. And this looks a little bit more like your tree that you started with, that I started with. Let's group it and make it big so we can get a better look at it. See, much more like it. All right, so if it's still not clear enough and it's an image, the only image that you have, just keep trying to make it bigger and make it bigger and make it bigger and until it gets all of the little pieces. So this same tree, I'll go ahead and open it from the actual file folder for the original tree and show you what it looks like if you start with a high resolution picture. Okay, and sometimes your clip art isn't going to come high resolution. I'm just going to stop trying to say that word. Okay, so here's tree number 11. Click open, keeping it on color and keeping the max colors down to 2. Click preview again. Look how much crisper, clearer everything is. Okay, it got everything. There's nothing it's missing. So let's click OK. And look how perfect that is. So basically, the higher resolution, the bigger the picture is to begin with, the better off you are. Okay, so there it is all grouped and looking great. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you still have any questions, please let me know. Check out my description. In the description, it shows links to our Brother Scan and Cut group for beginners, for extreme beginners like me. I'm learning and then just sharing what I'm learning. I'm not a professional teacher by any means. So the group is for beginners, and I'm learning right along with you guys. So thank you guys so much for all of that. And thanks again for all the encouragement. It's been really fun. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.